Hello everyone and welcome to Sunburned. Albino ranks every DLC character in Smash Ultimate from worst to best, based on personal biased opinions, so expect nothing else. This is not a competitive tier list, it's not just based on how good they are as fighters, but also as characters in general and everything they bring to the table. 2 fighter passes and 12 characters later, Smash Ultimate has brought the final invitees into the fold, so who sucks and who's amazing? Let's find out according to me. Number 12, Steve. The worst DLC character in Smash Ultimate is Steve, and when I say that, I mean it in 2 different ways, neither of which pertaining to how actually good or viable the character is. Steve is the worst character for 2 reasons. Number 1 is Steve, and I just personally hate that he's in this game, would have reacted the same to a Fortnite or Five Nights at Freddy's character. Steve is a cringe lord, and his inclusion is inherently disrespectful to every character he plays against in a way that only Game & Watch can compete with. Number 2, the playstyle he encourages. People paid $5 to play Minecraft instead of Smash. You have to constantly chase this blockhead down to stop him from building an entire bomb shelter and mining within it until he gets diamond, and only then is he willing to fight you with something other than minecart. In free-for-alls, nobody ever wants to target the Steve player because it's so annoying, so he often has a full stock lead when it's finally down to a 1v1 just by camping the ledge and doing everything in his power to not engage and not play the game. Steve mains are deeply insecure, and that's a fact, either because they're children and haven't developed self-esteem yet, or much like DDD mains, they've already embraced how unpopular they are and used the self-awareness of playing an annoying character on purpose as a distraction for other people's disdain, so it's finally directed somewhere other than their own personality. They hope people will be too busy being mad at their character to be mad at who they are as human beings, or they just love Minecraft, certainly a multitude of psychological possibilities. When Steve actually gets going and attempts to play the game honorably, he's capable of a lot of tricky setups and way too high damage combos that are technically difficult to pull off, but it takes an absolute mad genius to play this character well enough to make me forget how much I hate him. This character single-handedly delayed the release of every character after him because the devs had to do so much work redesigning every stage to be mineable. That alone is enough reason to look down on him. As a final thought, pro Steve mains are carried. Number 11, Hero. If you're Japanese, I'm sorry, but I'm not, so this is the second worst DLC character. Hero is just a reskinned Link that they gave an MP bar to and then sprinkled RNG all over him like Tinkerbell pixie dust. All he has to do is believe, and he'll thwack you at 0 or crit you 4 times in a row. The only positive thing he's contributed to Smash is the player's ability to speed read a menu, which is at least a mild language arts improvement. It's cool that he's got different characters as skins who all look like they fell off the Goku family tree, kinda wish they did that with Sora, but I don't think Hero is fun to play or interesting at all. Number 10, Piranha Plant. Not part of a fighter pass, but was available for free to early adopters of Smash Ultimate. Piranha Plant is a meme character who uses 2 moves, Neutral B and Down B, to make you wish nobody bought this game until a month later. When Piranha Plant is suspending her patooey in the air above her, lack of female representation my ass, women get all the cool Smash characters, Piranha Plant, Pikachu Libre, Ivysaur, Wendy Koopa, you're actually punished for hitting her out of it because the spike ball drops directly onto the back of your fragile skull for enough damage to make the trade not worth it in most instances. Sure, there are ways around it, but that's a bogus interaction inherently, and coupled with the plant's super armor on Down B, this character gets a lot of mileage out of powering through things that would wreck anyone else's shit. As rooted foliage, Piranha Plant should not even be able to move, let alone be in Smash Bros. Number 9, Banjo. I missed this nostalgia boat. The only games I had on Nintendo 64 were Smash, Pokemon Stadium, and the other Pokemon Stadium. As a PlayStation kid, I'd have preferred to see Banjo slot go to Crash Bandicoot since the Crash dream finally well and truly died after Sora's reveal. Who knows, maybe he'd have played way less annoying. Banjo is a real son of a bitch of a fighter, expelling short fuse grenades from the cavity of his anus while harassing you with bird egg vomit and the knowledge that a Wonder Wing could pop at any time while you're scrambling. His playstyle is annoying by design, like Steve, which to me makes him bad as a character, like Steve. A net negative to the Smash scene. Number 8, Min Min. We have officially surfaced into the category of characters that I don't actively hate, with Min Min, the first character I'm pretty much ambivalent about. Is it fun to get gimped from center stage by a noodler charging Ram like the battery's almost dead? No, but she's pretty fun to play. It took me a while to come around, but when you get behind the wheel of the car that's running everyone else off the road, you start to understand the thrill. Also, she's cute, and after immediately Googling her age upon saying that, I am now breathing a sigh of relief. Number 7, Byleth. I'm a Byleth defender. I like her. She's my favorite Fire Emblem character to play besides Ike, and maybe if the haters internalize that the third most represented franchise in Smash accounts for a mere 11% of the individual roster, they'd stop being broken records and having the same data bogus complaints forever. Although I do agree that Fire Emblem should also just get its own fighting game, because that would be sick. I've also got a bone to pick with anyone who was shocked that Byleth got in, as if they haven't been adding every main protagonist to the series since Path of Radiance on the GameCube. Three Houses was the biggest entry in the franchise to date. Byleth was literally the least surprising choice possible in Smash history, and still a good one. The best player in the world mains Byleth. What else even needs to be said? She shakes up the formula by wielding 4 different legendary weapons and is incomparable to any other Fire Emblem character in terms of playstyle, so she can take a bow and exit behind the curtain while you slander the back of her head. Number 6, Terry. This dude's just a good time. I had no idea who Terry was, but his moves had me hyped, and once he got into my hands, things just fit together nicely. Alright, that was all vaguely gay, but Terry is a really fun character and proof that recognition isn't the most important aspect of a DLC fighter. He was the shining star of the FGC characters as far as I was concerned, right up until one of the later entrants on this list came along. Number 5, Pyra Mythra. Xenoblade Chronicles, I sleep. Pyra? Only if she sleeps next to me. Oh, and Mythra's there too, I guess. There is pretty much no doubt in my mind that Pyra is the definitive waifu fighter of Smash, and her lesser teammate Mythra joins the fray to dart around doing 85 up airs and back airs as well. These characters appear to be meta-defining in the pro scene. No other character besides maybe Min Min has forced people to think about their matchup speed and reassess their options that much since Joker came out. Mythra is easy to pick up and just run a train on people without letting them breathe, and Pyra just escorts people to the blast zone with her sword like she's helping an old lady cross the street. I didn't get as into playing these characters as I wanted to conceptually, but I still think they bring a lot of brightness and personality to the scene. Also, if you swap their hair colors, you're a freak. Number 4, Kazuya. Guys, look, I found Terry's Thunder. It's been stolen by this beefy Chad with 600 moves and the scariest combo since Luigi landed a 0% grab. Kazuya and Terry really blow Ryu and Ken out of the water in my book. Who even remembers they're still here? They don't have a 10-hit combo you can just hold A to do and watch your opponent pull out of it immediately. They don't have infinites that only work in training mode. I know it sounds like I'm being sarcastic, but I do think Kazuya is an absolute beast. He strikes the same kind of fear that Ganondorf does, where one wrong move means your percent about to skyrocket. His absolute raw explosive power is unmatched in excitement and satisfaction. Number 3, Sora. Sora's only been out for like a day, so you can take this ranking with however much salt you'd like, but I spent a few hours with him in training mode and in online arenas, and he is a ton of fun to play, not to mention he was apparently the most requested character of all time, and out of everyone else on this list, he's also my number 1 pick conceptually. The only thing that dampens the excitement is the fact that Disney was obviously so restrictive about his inclusion in the game that some of the magic is missing. From the reveal trailer to the final smash to the lack of Donald or Goofy's existence even being mentioned, and since he says about 8 times a day that his friends are his power, not having any friends around, besides Cloud sort of I guess, does bring down the hype a bit. But Sora can edge guard for like 10 full seconds without touching the ground and can recover from absolutely anywhere. He has great combo potential and solid kill confirms. It's just great that he's here. I'd have put him at number 1 if they could have done him the maximum justice he deserved, but we'll take this too. Number 2, Sephiroth. I just think this is the most badass character in the game, and Sakurai knows it because they made him his own damn boss encounter to celebrate his inclusion. And the fact that you could get early access to him if you beat the stamina fight was a really unique way to handle the release of a character. They just dialed into his villain status and made it appropriately epic. His sword is humongous, but he's not OP. He's a more precision-oriented character that takes some time to learn timings with, and it's like playing as Batman in the Batman games. You just feel like a certified Giga Chad who can destroy anyone in his wake. Number 1, Joker. I'm not a big Persona fan. I only played 5 and did like it, but wasn't obsessed with it. But Joker to me defines the quintessential essence of the perfect Smash character. Smash is a Nintendo property, and Joker is a third-party character, but even so, it feels like he just belongs here, even more than some Nintendo characters. People will complain about Arsene, and it's not super undeserved, but especially after some of the nerfs, I think he's still a fair top tier. He controls so smooth that I should probably play him more, but even though I don't really, whenever random gives me Joker, I'm like, hell yeah, because everything feels responsive to do and the character never fails me in any kind of BS ways. I think he's the best DLC of any Smash game ever, and the first Fighter Pass really needed him as the anchor to justify the purchase in retrospect. Well, that's gonna do it for my personal ranking of the Smash DLC characters. I stream a decent amount on Twitch at twitch.tv/sunburnedalbino if you want to check that out. Otherwise, subscribe to the channel and watch all my other videos in a row without stopping, and I'll see you guys next time.